I want to bring to your attention, and I want to shift gears because this is now an official conversation I'm having now as an official representative of not only the Gloucester Township GOP, but the Camden County GOP as their spokesperson. There was an unwholesome and unsavory incident this past Friday night that involved, unfortunately, some council candidates, staff people, operatives, or whomever they happen to be, representatives of, unfortunately, Mr. Mercado's re-election bid.
Can I ask you a question?
You may.
Is this government related?
It absolutely
It's
is.
not government related.
Well, I have the floor, and I can speak about anything I like.
You're going over your time, Mr. Crowe.
I have, and if the president would like to escort me off, then the president's going to have to escort me off.
Or I can make a motion to close the public.
You could very well do that, and that would be very petulant of you to do, but have at it, Mr. Mercado,
I'll make a motion.
Please, just 1 second.
because you don't want to hear from the people.
Tom, we can have a discussion in the parking lot if you like,
We can,
or afterwards.
if you like,
This is not government
but we're going to
related.
do this on the record.
I'll make a
No, I don't
motion.
believe Mr. Mercado just asked me to fight. He asked me to go out and talk.
There's a motion on the floor, Mr. President, to close the public portion.
There's a motion on the floor to close the public portion. Do we have a second?
I'm going to ask, is it appropriate that we have that? Is it appropriate? Second. Okay. I agree with Mr. Mercado that the public portion should be closed. So I second it. But may I ask a question? Is it appropriate? Can that lawfully be done? That's my question. Close the public? Yes.
Council can vote to close the public portion. Council runs the meeting. There's a motion and a second. And that motion is up to the decision of the council president and voting whether the meeting continues to the public or closes it. The issue seems to be the topic that the speaker is speaking on. I can comment on that as far as not being governmental, being more political. This is not a forum.
I'll tell you what, hang on 1 second. Hang on, just let me, no, 1 second, because I'm going to walk away. And I want to stop this.
Mr. Crone,
But I want it on the record.
Mr. Crone, I asked you if I could say something, and you would not let me interrupt. You would not let me say a word, yet we gave you 10 minutes of the thing. So would you do us a favor?
Well, I'd like
Someone wants have
to,
dialogue.
you didn't give me anything. I, as a citizen, have the right of redress of grievance. And we're going to end, you know what? I understand that. We're going to end this because you don't want to hear what the public has to say. We're going to go ahead and vote that you don't want to have to say. But that's, had the vote.
We will come back to you. You may proceed.
My concern is really that the topic the gentleman has gone into is purely political. And I think that a more workable solution is to stop the political things with governmental. I hate the idea.
So let me ask this, Mr. Cronin.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what the governmental part of your discussion is for?
That Mr. Mercado is a member of the council. He is also an administrator in the school district. His running mate is an administrator in the school district. His other running mate is...
His running mates are not part of this government.
I understand that, so we'll leave it.
Let's just
And it's
wrap
Mrs.
it
Trotto
up.
as well, but she's fortunately for her on vacation. But that's how it ties into government. He is a member of the government currently. He is a sitting council member. That is how it relates directly to government.
Doing something, was he doing something that hindered the governmental process?
Well, it's the same difference. Let me say this to you. It's the same difference, and I don't mean to this is not true. This is actual, for this conversation. Mr. Mercado is involved in a criminal offense, and you're not, for the record. He's involved in a criminal offense. We bring it up.
Excuse me.
All right, then he's involved in a personal matter.
So Tom,
That's so...
It's the same difference.
No.
Tom, what is it that is...
Just like the comment...
We have a first and a second on it.
Just like the comment you said when Mr. Carl here was engaged in dishonesty.
And this was
Yes,
dishonest.
you did. You said that initially.
I have an opinion, and I'm entitled to it. You may not like my opinion, Mr. Hutchison, but I am darn right well entitled to it, and that's the problem you have, is you don't want anybody else to have an opinion besides what you have.
I listened to your
All
opinion.
right, we're going to end this right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because we have it first and a second on the thing. I've asked you to tell me what governmental purpose?
Well, I believe I did, and then I was interrupted by saying it
You
wasn't
said
good
Mr.
enough.
Mercado, when he was campaigning, that has nothing to do with us here governing this town. What has he done that is going to hinder him governing or us governing this town?
Well, I was just bringing up that, you know what, there needs to be a little bit of fairness that goes on their way, and people treating people with a little bit more respect.
So, Mr.
You
Mercado.
give respect, and then you get respect.
I understand, Mr.
Yeah.
Crowe.
You call
But
Mrs. Mayor a freeloader.
Respect.
Right.
All you do is comment. You don't contribute to anything in this town, Mr. Crowe. That's all you do.
Really?
You come up here with your civic lessons every week, you pontificate, and quite frankly, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Let's close the public portion.
You feel better after that? Make you feel better?
Tom, maybe you should walk a little more
That's enough.
instead of spending your time here talking about what we're doing, because I'm concentrating on other things. Go out in our neighborhoods, knock on doors, do something.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Let's vote on it, please. Is there any question on the motion from Mr. Mercado that was seconded by Mr. Moses?
Just for clarification, close the whole public portion?
Yes.
I don't think that's right. I have
Go ahead,
something I want to say.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
I'm
Mr.
sorry?
Mercado?
Yes.
Mr. Beatty?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Have a nice night.
Thank